Yo, what's up guys? Welcome back to another epic, I say epic a lot, don't I, in my intros? Anyways, welcome back to another video of the Salvage FRS. Today we are actually going to be taking off the passenger side headlight because the driver's side is already off. And we are going to be baking them in the oven, pulling the lens, and painting this ugly chrome piece in here because I think it's god awful. We're going to be painting that black. So, the reflector for the high beam will stay chrome, but the actual the chrome piece inside of here will be painting black, and it should look freaking awesome. So as of right now, there's only, well, this is bracket, looks like 10, 10, and another 10 down here. There's usually I'm guessing a 10 up here and a 10 up here. Actually, that's for the bumper, I mean that's for the headlight. Then there's just a clip. So let's get this bracket off. As of right now, there's just 3 10s holding it on. That's because the front bumper was already taken off for me before I got the car. And they're nice enough to fold up and warp it. So let's get this bracket off. I'll just zip these off right now. 1, 2. And then the other one is in there. Give me. Let's put those in the towel. And then this should just kind of slot, well, kind of just fall out of the way. And as of right now, there's just this one clip up here holding it in, I think. Yep, okay, so the bracket actually bolts 2 bolts down here too. Okay. And once I get this out, I can see what is different between this and the driver one and see what's broken. Because from the looks of it so far, nothing really seems broken except for maybe this part down here on this corner. I think that's one of the broken parts. So next up is just this clip. Let's go ahead and get that out. I'm not going to show that real quick. I'm just going to pull the headlight out. Alright guys, so one thing I just noticed that I am missing is this. On this side, there is this is like a sub harness coming for the headlights, and you know, these plug into the headlights, and then you know, plugs into this. On this side, I just have the plug. No sub harness coming off of it for the headlight. For the headlight bulbs, and that sub harness is normally kind of, you know, finagled. It clips into here and then goes on, you know, kind of gets held in with this clip and then goes up to the headlights, the bulbs themselves. On the driver's side, I am missing that harness and the bulbs. So again, thank you to whoever took that. Just one more thing I have to buy for the car. Thanks a lot. Very helpful. But for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and get those ready to go in the oven. I'm gonna take off the rubbers on the back and then put them on a baking sheet and then put them in the oven. So let's get to that. Alright guys, back in the house, got the oven preheating to 225 degrees. So we're gonna come over here to the table. Now my wife would kill me if I messed up the table, so I'm gonna put down an old towel that we don't really care about. I'll get the headlights onto the table because there's actually screws on the back side that you actually have to take out, and I'll show you those in a sec. Alright, so the oven just made its noise to let me know that it's preheated, but what we're going to go and do right now real quick is look at the 2 headlights, see what's different, see what's broken on the driver's side headlight, which is actually just one little thing. It's actually this little tab right here is supposed to look like that. It's supposed to have a little clip in there, but it's just broken off. So not really a big deal, it's just one little mounting point. I'm not really too concerned with it because I still have 1, 2 on top, plus 1 more on bottom, so 3 out of the 4. Not really too concerned. But onward to the back of the headlight, which is what we're gonna have to take off. The stuff we're gonna have to take off is, just so nothing gets messed up, is we got this rubber we're gonna take off, if I can get it on. There we go. And then you gotta take these 3 screws out. You got 3 screws, and then this rubber piece will come out. And then also you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 screws on the back side, right where I pointed at, on each headlight that need to be taken out, because those kind of pull the lens and hold them together. So once we get those screws out, we can put one in the oven. I'm going to put it on a baking tray with aluminum foil on the baking tray. That way, you know, my wife doesn't freak out about me putting car parts on the baking tray. So, or directly on the baking tray at least. And doing it that way also helps keep you know, the plastics directly off the wire portion of the racks, because those get really hot and they can actually melt into the plastic of the headlight if you're not careful. So the baking tray is the better option. So let's go ahead and get these screws out and then get it into the oven. Alright, got the 6 screws out. Let's go ahead and get this in the oven. Alright guys, I'm back here. As I said, like I said, I set it to 225 degrees. It's reached that height, that temperature. Took the stuff off the back of the headlight, took those screws out, got the aluminum foil on the baking tray. Next up is to just, see if I can do this one-handed. Just set it in there. I'm gonna set a timer for, I'll do 7 minutes. Hey Siri, set a timer for 7 minutes.
Okay, 7 minutes and count.
Oh, Siri's so nice. Alright, anyways, I'll be right back when that's done. Alright, timer's about to go off. There we go. Let's go ahead and get this out. Make sure to use you know, your oven mitts so you don't burn yourself. Nothing looks melted, so that's good. It is pretty warm. So what you want to do next is have your flathead screwdriver, and I like to have a razor blade to cut the glue so it doesn't spread and get all over the lens and stuff. So let me set the camera back up over there, and then we'll start spreading this part. Alright, so once you got this off, next step is 3 screws holding this reflective piece in. And as you can see, it's just 1, 2, and 3. And then this should come right out. And this is what we're painting. Yeah, that's what we're painting. So we're just going to take those out. These are the rest. And this comes right out. And again, this is the only piece we're painting. Alright guys, I've already scuffed these up with 400 grit sandpaper and then used brake parts cleaner to kind of wipe them off and clean them up. Get all the oils from my hands and whatnot off, and I'm wearing gloves, so. Now it's time to put that first coat on. Again, this is what I'm using. This is just what I happen to have, if you can even see it. There we go. I'm using VHT exhaust high temp paint. You see it better this way? Yeah. Alright, first coat, I'm gonna let dry for 15 minutes and then we'll come right back. Here goes coat number 2. Alright, time for coat number 3. Alright, that's coat number 3. I'm gonna let that dry and then we'll be ready to start putting this back together. Alright guys, it's time to start putting these back together. Once you kind of get them pressed back on, you want to put them back in the oven at the same temperature, just a little hotter, and then once you got to that point, you can squeeze it, the glue will be soft again, you squeeze it back together and then sink it down with the screws. So I'm going to go ahead and preheat the oven back up, and then we'll be right back getting this all tightened back up. Yo, what's up guys? It's like a week later and parts came in, but we're going to go ahead and jump into the headlights with this, which we kind of ended the last clip on. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick look at that. And it looks freaking awesome. So the bumper's over here, but yeah, got the headlight in. This one's mounted and bolted up, so that one's good. The only problem with that side is I don't have the harness for the headlight, the part that actually plugs into the bulbs. So I can put this one in, but after I go ahead and wet sand and clean up the headlight, I'll put it in. But it'll just be a dead headlight. There'll be no harness for it until I can find the harness. I'll either buy it at OEM or find it used on like eBay or something. Oh, but as you can see, the fender is in. It's not bolted, you know, all the way up yet, but it is here and in. Next step is to just kind of bolt it in. But let me go ahead and get the headlights the rest of the way in, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, as you can see, the headlights are on. The fender is almost bolted the rest of the way on. I just got to get the bolts along the side here. But it is looking great so far. Again, I got to get the front bumper back on. That's still going to need some work, but I'll do it while it's on the car. And yeah. Super excited with how this is turning out. But yeah, next up is getting those bolts tightened up on the fender, and then getting the front bumper back on. So let me go get my tripod and I'll film me doing this stuff. That drill's dead. Yo, what's up guys? Sorry about that last clip where I walked off complaining about the drill dying. The battery just went dead, the drill didn't die itself, but battery went dead and I didn't finish the video. Go ahead and take a look at it. But yeah, look freaking awesome. As you can see, you know, got the black in there, and the chrome high beam, but they look phenomenal. Like I said, they do need a better wet sand and buff than what I was able to give them. But with that said, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, guys, because it does go a long freaking ways. Just hit that thumbs up, and until next time, guys, peace out and never look back.